What is going on, YouTube family? Thank you guys so much for joining us once again for another Thursday night of hot topics and social commentary. A couple things I need you guys to do for me. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. Press that big red subscribe button. It is free to do, okay? Be sure to leave us a comment, give us some feedback on how you think we are doing on the show. Also, be sure to give us a like. Click that thumbs up button for us and also press that notification bell so you're notified every time I post a new video on this here channel. The crew is back. Jennifer and Mike, what's going on, y'all?
Hello, I did.
Hello.
It's us.
Jennifer has a little announcement to make really quickly. Go ahead, Jennifer.
First of all, before we get started, I just want us all to take into account that unfortunately there is a war going on with Russia and Ukraine. People that weren't even trying to buck at Russia, and I think it's just horrible. So I just ask all of us to pray for the Ukraine. Um, that's all we can do at this point. God bless them, and God bless us all. First, Tyrone says hello, guys. He is here.
What's,
Hello.
what's going on, Tyron?
All right. You can go on ahead, Jonathan.
All right, so with our first topic, might be the hottest topic. So it has been announced that Wendy Williams' show will be canceled after its 14th season, and it will be replaced by Sherry Shepherd's new show. I have to say, just to start off here, I'm so excited for Sherry Shepherd. I'm really excited for her. When she was on The View, she annoyed me from time to time, but her personality just kind of makes up for it. So I'm just really, really excited that she's going to get her new show. I'm not exactly sure how long it's going to last. I hope it lasts as long as Wendy Williams' show did, but we'll see if she changes up the format or, bring something new to, what it is that she's going to do for her show. But how do you guys feel about that change going on?
Well, like I said last video, I'm a huge Wendy Williams show fan. Again, I've been there since the 6 week sneak peek. So I'm a little bittersweet. Like I think Wendy and her commentary, just everything she did on that show, even though it got under people's skin, she said what we all was thinking and was not afraid to say it. So, all things must come to an end, and whatever it takes for her to get healthy and be happy, it is what it is. But Wendy Williams did a great job running that show. But Sherry Shepherd, I'm not too mad about her getting the show. I think Sherry Shepherd will be awesome on her talk show. I hope that it's not like a copycat version of Wendy Williams, but I think Sherry would do very well on daytime TV. I think she'll do very well. I mean, she did well on The View, and it was like a panel thing. She held her own. If you can hold
Right?
your own on The View with the original members, then you
Okay.
can hold your own by yourself. So congratulations to both of them.
Personally, I feel okay. Just to be real, I haven't really been watching Wendy like that ever since I haven't really been watching too much TV anyway. It's no slight against her. But I just want to say congratulations to Sherry because she has been fighting to have her own for a very long time. So it's great for her. I just hate how everything was packaged, as in Sherry's taking over for Wendy. Why can't it just be like Sherry's getting her own show, and the Wendy Williams show is going to be coming to an end. So it could be like her having her, because when you say it the way that they say it, which is Sherry's taking over for the Wendy Williams show, is like, so now I'm going to start looking for Wendy Williams and her, and I don't agree with that. And I feel like, of course, they're two separate people,
Mm-hmm.
and they do things differently. Wendy has this whole mystique of giving the juice, the gossip, and all that stuff, and I don't really get that from Sherry, though she has great commentary. Is not Wendy. So,
Well, I don't think that they packaged it like as far as she's taking or replacing. I feel like we the people packaged it like that. But Sherry made it known. She said, "Look, it's only gonna be one Wendy Williams. When you think about talk show hosts, you have to mention Oprah, Montel Williams. then it's also gonna be Wendy Williams there. Like you have
Absolutely.
to. So I think we the people say on. Well, I think okay. Anytime that you're gonna take over the slot of where the person who's popular is at, it's always gonna be packaged that way from the people. So it don't matter if it was Wendy Williams. It could have been Oprah and Cher took over Oprah's spot. Well, she wouldn't be able to do that. But I'm just saying, it's gonna be packaged like that anyway.
Right. And I also believe that the reason why we're taking it like that is because that's the way that we see it. We've seen Sherry Shepherd being a guest host on Wendy Williams' show for quite a while now. And when they made the announcement, I think they're putting Sherry Shepherd's show in Wendy Williams' slot. So, in a way, yes, it does sound like she's taking over Wendy Williams' show and just placing her name on it. But that's why I said, I'm thinking that she's probably going to change up the format. It won't be just Wendy Williams' show with Sherry Shepherd hosting it. I am hoping that it'll be a brand new show that brings up new ideas and gives us something fresh. So I'm hoping that it's not a whole Wendy Williams hot topics and an interview afterwards, and then you have to ask Sherry, I guess, who it'll be after that. So I don't think they're going to use the same format. At least I wouldn't expect them to. But I think that's just the way that we've seen it play out, and that's the way that it just looks to us.
I agree.
I mean, I agree. I think it's gonna be a good show. I think Sherry has enough comedic entertainment.
Oh yeah,
to keep me entertained. I'm actually ready for it.
She's gonna be good.
You know what? I'm not mad about it because if we didn't come to work for a while, we gonna get fired too, and somebody gonna be taking my time slot. So Wendy not excluded.
And I'm not sure if you guys saw those videos of Wendy talking to a camera on the beach.
I think it's old. I saw it.
People are saying it's old.
Yeah, my mother was saying the same thing earlier today. She's thinking that it's old and it's not very accurate to what her current status is. So all we can do is just pray for Wendy, hoping she gets better, because it must be a really, really good reason why she's not coming back. So either she won't be able to come back.
All we know.
Well, I think she is doing better than what we think it is, though. But go follow her new Instagram page, The Real Wendy Williams.
And now some people are saying they don't know whether or not that's her or not either. But you got
a blue flag, and they don't blue check mark for everybody. Yeah,
okay, well, cool. And also, I would like to say, for all we know, she may be in the process of trying to get a podcast or something like that. So,
Yeah, this is not the last that we're going to hear from Wendy Williams. She's not going to go under a rock or anything like that. We're going to see her in the spotlight again eventually, I'm sure.
And lastly, well done, Wendy Williams. You did a great job. I'm going to miss you, girl.
Yes, absolutely. And so for our next hot topic, there are a couple cases that we want to discuss here really quickly. So there were 3 police officers who were charged with a hate crime that was involved with the George Floyd killing. I won't say that they were bystanders because, they were actually involved in the arrest in some way. But the fact that they were just standing around and not telling Derek Chauvin to stop what he was doing and, basically holding George Floyd against his rights, all 3 of them were found guilty of a hate crime against George Floyd. I'm not sure how their sentences are going to go, but we got justice for these men who did nothing while George Floyd was dying. What do you guys think about that?
I think job well done, court system. Finally, I feel like if I was under arrest and my friends came and talked police in their head, they would have been going to jail too. So your job is to serve and protect, but one of your own didn't protect the person and he died. So you have to be held accountable also for you not doing anything. So good job, the court system. Finally you get justice after how long it's been. Like the guy was literally saying, when you watch that video of George Floyd literally passing away in front of us. Now, granted, I don't think he's all the way innocent, but he didn't deserve anything of what he got. When the guy saying "I can't breathe," nose starts bleeding, I believe him. His foot was in the man's neck on a hot cement ground. Like, it's horrible. It's sad. It's no excuse for it. Because you could have put him in handcuffs and put him in the car and just let him stay in the car. So I think you should go down, and everybody who was witnessing it should go down too. So I'm agreeing with the court system this time.
this time. For me, well, first of all, it does take forever for things to happen in the courts. It just is what it is, with that process. But, I really am happy that some justice is being served. Um, I just thank God that a video was actually taken in consideration. It wasn't like,
Amen.
the Rodney King beating when there was a video, everybody was sure that these people would be prosecuted for doing over and above on one
Right.
person, and they didn't get that. So I'm happy that there are circumstances where people are actually getting some kind of justice. And Tyrone, he wants to make sure that his word is being heard. He says, "I wonder if Shepherd can cross over culturally."
Tyrone, she was on The View. I mean, you can't get no more cultural than that.
Well, I think
People
he's
like. I
talking
think
about coming to
they.
our side.
I think she crossed over Ben did that. Hell, she was born that way in our lives. I mean, I
Okay.
think she can. I think Sherry can do both.
I agree.
She's well spoken. She's comedic. She keep it real, and she can make you laugh. I think that's all you need to do. Is I mean, it takes more, but people have really been loving her on the Wendy Williams show. Like,
Right.
and she's
And
been a guest host amongst a lot of people who've been a guest host. But they really like
and,
Sherry, so she can do well.
and I absolutely love her personality. Like that's what
Yes,
really gets me with Sherry. Her happy-go-lucky personality. She's always smiling. She always has a smile on her face, and I just love that about her.
yes, and like Wendy, but unlike Wendy, Sherry will bring people actually with people on the show who we really want to see instead of these other folks. So I
So
think that would be also a positive. Also,
it's called people that's willing to come on the show because she's Sherry versus people that would rather stay away from the show because she's Wendy.
Exactly.
well said, Jennifer.
Exactly. But there was another case that ended, I believe it was this past Tuesday. The three men who were found guilty and sentenced to life in prison without parole, or two of them, two out of the three sentenced to life in prison without parole, they were all found guilty of hate crimes against Ahmaud Arbery
Yeah, they should.
on Tuesday. So it's really up in the air what's going to happen as far as where they're going to spend their sentences. There was some controversy sometime last week concerning a plea deal. Now, the prosecution and the defense had agreed on a plea deal for the three men to plead guilty to the crimes, which would mean that they would spend their first 30 years, spend 30 years in federal prison, which is said that federal prisons are a little bit more comfortable than state prisons. But Ahmaud Arbery's mother was not having that. She said, no, it needs to go to trial. They need to take accountability for what they've done. This needs to go to trial, and we need to see what the outcome is going to be. And I was really happy with that. The mother, she called out prosecutors, she called out the DA, she called out a lot of people who she seemed really disappointed that they were going to give these guys a plea deal, but I'm so glad that she stuck to her ground, and she dug her heels in and she said, no, my son is not going to be just thrown away. Like, this thing is going to go to trial. And that's what happened. Mama got what she wanted, and we'll see what happens with that. But were you guys surprised about that outcome too?
Well, one thing about a black mother, you can get away with a lot of things from a dad, a grandparent, a niece, an auntie, uncle, but a mother ain't gonna let nothing slide when it comes down to her baby. So I'm still surprised that it went back because even though she's a mother and things, the court sometimes doesn't. They do their own thing. But I'm happy with all the results, and like I'm floored. I can't believe things are happening right now, and I hope that this will be a lesson to people that when you do something that's wrong and hateful, your a consequence is going to follow up with that. So hopefully this will be a lesson. And like Tyrone said, justice has been served on a silver platter.
I certainly agree. Like with Ahmaud Arbery's mother, I applaud her strength to continue to push and making it a requirement is what we should all do. Make it a requirement for her son to get justice because things are not going to be swept under the rug, not for when it comes to my son. So I don't care if my son is dead and gone. He still needs to be avenged.
Correct.
And I'm just happy that they were able to move forward with making sure that happened. God bless them and the whole family.
Speaking
Agreed. And
before we move on to the last case, this case has brought up. Do you think maybe Trayvon Martin case should be reopened? Because George Zimmerman, remember that thing I sent y'all last week? He's now wanting to sue the parents, right? The parents.
Well, they dismissed that though.
I just didn't need to know. I know they dismissed it because he's a fool, but I think he should be going to jail. I don't care. I think it should be reopened and look back at it right now.
And he should, to be honest, I think his mother and father should be I think Trayvon Martin's parents should be looking into a wrongful death. Did they already look into that?
I can't remember. It's been so long. He would have been 21 today. I mean, not today, but this year. That's so sad, but
it is.
I can't remember. Go ahead.
yeah,
Go ahead.
I believe for George Zimmerman, I think it's a case of double jeopardy. In some states, if you are found innocent of a murder, then you cannot be tried again. So only in certain states you can do that. So I'm assuming that Florida could not try him again because they, as much publicity as that case had, they definitely would have had so much pressure on them to try it again if they had that possibility. But I'm thinking that they really didn't have that possibility. But getting back to this Ahmaud Arbery case, something interesting. What my thought process was initially when I heard that the mother was complaining about the plea deal, I initially thought, well, I wonder why she's doing that because if they plead guilty, they'll have to admit to the fact that they did kill him due to race, and also they're already going to jail for life. So I mean, what's the point of going to another trial? But then I talked to my mother about it today or yesterday, and it's just the principle of the situation. It's the principle of the fact that this needs to go through the system. This needs to be done right. No shortcuts, no nothing like that. No, they need to go through everything that they need to go through to get to the end of this resolution. So, yeah. Anyways, so the third and final case that we're going to be discussing is the sentencing of former police officer Kim Porter, who accidentally killed a man during a traffic stop. The judge, I did not hear the full explanation by the judge, but I did hear some clips. She was extremely sympathetic towards Kim Porter. And I think we all understand that this was an accident and that she did not do this on purpose. But I think this judge took that to the whole extreme. And I won't say that I was disgusted by this sentence, but I was truly disappointed. And I heard someone say earlier that this is not a sentence for Kim Porter. This is an inconvenience for Kim Porter. It's not a sentence. This is just going to inconvenience her for the next 2 years. And I don't even think she has to serve a full 2 years. I believe it's like 18 months, and then the rest of the sentence will be served on probation. So, the prosecution was asking for 6 to 8 years, and the judge decided to give her 2 years. I think that is ridiculous. Again, I understand that the judge had sympathy and empathy for Kim Porter, but that giving her a 2-year sentence, that diminishes her actions. Although they were accidental, although she did not do them on purpose. I mean, it's ridiculous. I'll say it. I'm disgusted. It disgusts me.
No, I feel I'm in the middle with this. I'm in the middle. Emotion, we both fucking up words today. Emotion wise, I feel like yes, you should have got more because you killed someone. You know, it's a death involved, and you did it. So if I did it, I would be going to jail for 25 to life. You need to also, but then the other half of me, I'm like, okay. I feel like people know it was an accident, and I say that loosely. It was an accident, and I think 2 years taught her a lesson, and then she's not gonna have the same career that when she get out. She's not gonna have. She's gonna have the same struggles as an inmate when she get out of jail. So it's still gonna be something. I mean, I don't. 2 years. I'm in the middle. I feel like yes, 2 years is enough for an accident for her. I mean, I think she did it on the accident. I hope she did it on the accident. But 6 to 7, I don't know. I'm in the middle with this one. I don't have an opinion no more.
Let me ask.
Go ahead, Jan.
Was it considered a felony, Jonathan? Was it a felony?
Yes, it's manslaughter. Manslaughter is a felony.
Oh, well, I'm good. Though I do feel as if she should have gotten a lot more time. What the prosecution was asking for, I personally believe would have sufficed, because I do get that was an accident, but just 2 years, like going below, you know what I'm saying? But
Right.
what the prosecution was requesting is like, I thought that was. I don't like that. I felt like the whole, what's that boy name that shot and killed them people?
Dylan Ruth?
No, the other white boy he was 17 at the time when he killed them. And he just got off. Like the judge was his homeboy.
Kyle
Rittenhouse.
Rittenhouse, yeah.
I felt like it was like that, the judge coming to help and stuff. Oh, we feel so sorry for you. Oh, like I don't like that. I don't like that. But one thing I can say, at least she was convicted, and at least it was a felony. Having that felony on her record will destroy her opportunity to try to become a police officer somewhere else. So I know she'll be doing something, but she won't be a police officer. And
be doing that or not with the state.
I feel like that is enough for me. It's better than just her totally getting off like Kyle did.
I feel, a lot of people are speaking out about this also. JT said she got 2 years for snitching.
Yeah.
I was like, well, if you put it that way.
Scamming. She was scamming. But like y'all, okay, let me bring this up just real quick. Did y'all know that Kyle Rittenhouse is in the process of creating some kind of fund to take people to sue people that called him a murderer? And he's going to be a lot of people in the a lot of journalists, and the main one, y'all ready? Not Oprah, sorry, Whoopi Goldberg.
Wow.
Because she corrected herself and called him a murderer on The View.
Well, didn't he murder somebody?
Yes, he did.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a murderer.
And that would have been the first thing that I asked. So what happened on that day? You shot okay. Did the people that you shot
right.
Are they still alive today?
Right. Let's use some common sense here. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're going to complain about people calling you something that you actually, taken action to,
No, he says because he wasn't convicted in the court of law.
Well, they get it wrong too.
Exactly. And we saw what you did, and your actions resulted in death, aka killer.
So this is what makes me this piss me off now. Because like I feel like he already had power.
Yes.
They're already born with that. But then when you murder 2 people and then you get off of it, you instill more power. Now it is so ridiculous.
Exactly.
My thing, and then the tears that you did not cry, that you thought you cried in the courtroom, they don't mean nothing now. Because if it was me and I got off, I would have been so quiet you wouldn't know Michael was even living still, because I would have been
okay.
Okay, but you out here doing campaigns, going to city, going on tours. People actually paying you to see.
Yeah, he's acting pretty much like George Zimmerman. He's acting just
No,
like
he
George
acting
Zimmerman.
worse.
Yeah.
Because George Zimmerman didn't get to meet with the president.
Well, that's
Well,
true.
Cal
well,
Rittenhouse was able to meet
wasn't
with.
Barack wasn't Barack in the house then?
Yeah, I don't think.
Yes, he
But you think
was.
he's gonna
You
be?
know, that was not about to happen. Especially after Barack said Trayvon looks like my son if I had one. Okay.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Do
But
you know if
yes,
black people would have turned on him if he would have met with that boy? With that
Okay.
man?
With the quickness.
He would have been expunged from the White House. Okay.
expunge.
Uh,
Oh gosh, but yeah, Cal
Yeah,
Rittenhouse is
Dylan.
on
Oh
a
yeah,
whole
I'm
nother
not
level.
Dylan Rittenhouse. Yeah, Cal.
He's on a whole nother level,
You don't feel bad for what you did. I think you'll do it again. You're gonna get off again.
and
You'll do it again.
he's getting all these interviews and all that stuff. Like he's on a whole. He's like, yeah, the 2.0 version of George Zimmerman.
No, the thing is, the more you talk, you might have a lot more fame, but you have a lot more haters. And there's gonna be somebody out there that doesn't care about what's going on with their life. And you better watch out because people will do a double called a murder suicide. They'll murder you and kill themselves and won't have no care about it.
Uh-huh.
So you better watch out, you ignorant. Like you just, I can't stand that. Like just, people who get off and don't feel. I would be so apologetic. I would be on interviews if I had to do interview and be like, no way. I'm every day's a struggle for me to get up every day because I know that I took two people's lives. Even though I was found not guilty, I'm apologetic to the parents. I'm apologetic to the people. You're going to sue people for calling you a murderer. You're going to sue people for calling you something that you did.
My cry that cry face would have been on.
It's fake.
Everybody's we know it's fake, but I would have had it on every single interview that. Ooh, every time I think about it. Yes.
See, they need to open that case up again. Them parents of the murderer should I don't want to talk about this number because he make me want to fight him. If he was in front of me, I'd probably fight.
Child. I do have one question that I want to pose to you guys. Since all three of these cases are pretty much racially centered, well, maybe with the exception of the Kim Porter case, even though she did kill a Black man. But I've heard this question asked on The View before. So I'll ask you guys, do you think America is a racist country?
That's your answer right there.
I personally don't know if I can answer that question all the way because on one hand, I want to say yes, because racism is still alive and well in America. On the other hand, I say, well, America has gotten so much better in the last, especially 60 to 70 years, maybe 50, 40 years. I don't know, 30 years. I don't know. In the past couple of years, we've gotten better, but at the core, is America a racist country?
Jonathan, we haven't gotten better. They got smarter. They're just not more as open with it as they was before. It's a racist country. When you go out and people don't listen to you, but you get stared down, that's because of a reason. That's not because you just walk around looking foolish and you're labeled a thief on your head. It's because they don't trust us. We are crooks. We're dirty. We are disgusting. We are murderers. We are everything but a child of God in their eyes, or some of them eyes. Yes, have we improved? Yes. But have they found different ways to still be a racist? Yes. It's just not as open because you're getting when you be ignorant in person, you lose your job now and you get now you can't pay your bills. So they do it behind closed doors. It's a racist country. We're born into a racist country. Yes, I still think that. Ask your mother, was she born into a racist America? Ask your grandparents, were they born into a racist America? They'll be able to tell you.
True
My
that.
grandma had to use the outhouse because she couldn't use the bathroom at the place she worked at or went to school at. Had used the outhouse. My grandma had to walk everywhere because she couldn't catch a ride. They didn't have a car. Her and her siblings. Did you remember drinking from a black water fountain where they put the dogs at and everything? A black
And to me,
only shop. Like,
and for me, it seems like when Trump took office, it gave all of the racist people an open door policy to just be as racist as they wanted to be.
well,
Jennifer,
your leader was.
Jennifer, what do you think?
I have thoughts, and here they are.
I'm here.
For thank you for being attentive for my thoughts. Look, oh, and for everybody being that I'm being like super mean, I'm over here looking for something on TikTok to for us to talk about. So I am paying attention. I'm just trying
Who said
to.
it, Tyrone?
No, I'm just pulling that out there. Just putting it out
Oh.
there. Y'all, I know y'all see me, and I know I'm being seen. Anywho, when I hear the question, "Is America racist?" Right?
Mhm.
I automatically say yes, but to give reason as to why or what makes it that way is to acknowledge how America was built, what were we built upon. And the very first things that were being said about people that were not Caucasian is that they were less than.
Mhm.
From the Native Americans of this country to the African Americans that they brought to this country.
Mm,
So
that they
there was
bought to.
always there was always a less than when it came to people outside of the Caucasian race.
Right.
So yes, this is a racist country. And also, um, another way to, think about it is that the same ideals that were back then when this country began are still reverberated from generation to generation and seen still today. It may not be as prevalent as we think it is, or excuse me, or hope it
It used to be.
or used to be, but it's
Right.
still very much out there. There are children
Yes.
that are learning the same values that were taught back in those days. So, yes, yes, all the way, yes, it
Do
is.
you got just a little question? Speaking of racist or racism or just being black in America, um, do you guys do anything different? I don't know how to pose this question. I remember walking to a store, going to the parking lot, and I remember getting to this in front of this car, and this lady, white lady, started hitting her lock button when I walked by her car. I knew that wasn't because she forgot to lock her car. She thought maybe I was going to try to get into her car. So now when I do that now when they walk by my car. So I want them just to feel a taste of what we feel on a daily basis. I don't think they notice it, but I feel a bit good in my heart when I do it. But do y'all do anything petty
But
like that, or is it just me?
you know what? I understand why you would do that, but my thinking is if I were to do that, they probably wouldn't notice it because that's something
They
that they
probably
don't want
don't,
to worry about.
but they feel good inside.
Yeah, like, it might make you feel good, but I don't think it's really going to affect them because that's not something that they have to deal with on a daily basis.
Of course. I mean,
So
I
it's
get
not
it.
something that they have to look out for. If they get into an elevator, they're probably not going to notice a woman, holding her purse tighter to her arms or something like that. Like, those are the type of things that we notice because it's what we deal with. But for them, I don't think that they would notice it because it's just not out. It's not in their mind frame at all.
Personally, I do the same thing, especially when it comes to coming up to an intersection and I see anybody, I don't care what color you are. You about to hear my locks, make sure and and I do it
Right.
like because I ain't got because I'm not shamed. I'm making sure I
Okay.
don't care who you are. I don't care if you got your suit on, briefcase, got your whole power suit and everything going on. You gonna see me like my doors. I don't
Let
know who
me.
what you're trying to do.
I have to say this really quickly to bounce off what Jennifer said. When I drive, my doors are locked as soon as I get in the car. Before I even turn the ignition, those doors are locked. And that's something that someone from our old church, Mr. Johnny, used to always tell us, lock your doors. I remember one time one of our church members was driving out of the parking lot and he pulled on her passenger door and it was open. And he was like, lock your door, girl. So, you must
That's how
lock
they
it.
get you.
I don't care who's walking by my car. My doors are going to be locked. Okay.
See, my door locks
And,
automatically when I drive off.
and don't let me be getting gas.
Okay.
Everything is locked. And I got my keys on me. And as soon as I walk away,
I do
Okay.
it loudly, okay?
you got to make sure you're protected. And unfortunately, that's such a vulnerable space, that gas station. So many people get robbed, so many people get jacked. It's like
Yeah.
people have a problem if they're dealing with me because every single door is locked.
Yep. Yep.
I
Absolutely.
don't trust these niggas out here.
Well, I just got robbed, so I don't trust them.
I know. And I saw that
Right.
on the Facebook. How are you? Everybody pause. Pause for the cause. How are you feeling, Mike? You all right? Because
Well,
I can't imagine.
Well, I was pissed off. The thing was, I don't know if it was just a sign, but I woke up like around 7 o'clock, which is early for me because I work till 9. And I said, you know what? I feel good. I slept good that night. I said, I'm gonna lay down for an hour and I'm gonna get up at 8 o'clock and go get some breakfast. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna really just have a good, cool day. So I got up, brushed my teeth, walked the dog and everything. Walked outside. So my apartment's inside. You have to walk into a building to get to my apartment. So when I walked outside the building, I saw a bag that I have that was standing on the rail before you go down the stairs. So I'm like, why is my bag on the rail? And I know that I didn't take it inside. So I had two pieces of trash in my hand too. So I went to the trash can first and then went to my car. That's when I seen through the window, I could see like all of my papers that was in my gut department and my middle console. They just spread all over my car, like on the seat, everywhere. Everything open. My doors was open, not open wide open, but it's like they closed it, but then shut it to be all the way closed.
Yeah.
My back seat went through my trunk. They even opened my trunk and went to my trunk and everything.
Wow.
And I'm like, I think I don't. At first, I was like, okay, well, I don't have anything important in my car. So I was going through. I mean, they could have really got some good stuff because I had a blender in my trunk that they didn't take. I had my Beyonce stuff in the car. They could have took that. I would have been pissed off with that though, but they didn't take that. I had a blazer in there, an expensive one too. They didn't take that. They wanted some money, I guess. But I had a bottle of
Electronics.
liquor. I had a bottle of liquor that was like empty. I had it in there since last year. It was in my trunk. I just never threw it away. They put liquor in it. They put something in it. So now it's halfway full. I'm like, what the world would you do that for?
Wow.
But when I went home, when I got, they did it on that night after I calmed down. I had to go back to work in.
Of course.
I couldn't get my breakfast because my damn battery died too because my doors open all night. So my battery was dead also. Another headache. But later on, I was like, you know what? They did take my money. I had a bag of change that I had since probably when I moved out at 25. Because I hate taking change in my pocket or in my wallet, so I just put it in a little bag. So I had like all the quarters, dimes, nickels. It probably was adding up to probably close to $100 in that bag. Mm-hmm. That's gone. It's it's like it's material things. I'm still living. I'm still here. I can still speak another day. So I'm pissed off. But
you did the police report and everything.
I did. Well, they didn't come to the place. They said they're gonna do it over the phone. But he was asking more shit about me, like, what's your weight? How your hair look? I ain't the one that
Right. What do you need my information for? You need to be what you did this to me.
So I'm just like over it. But what the lady said, I'm bruised but not broken.
But not
Yes.
Absolutely. And I know things are going to be all right. I'm just happy that, nothing really serious was taken. And this is actually another reason why one thing that Tyrone is teaching me, don't you leave not near a thing in
your car.
Don't leave nothing. Just make them mad. Because, people, this is why so many people are getting robbed down here in Atlanta. They getting laptops. They getting nice bags, they getting guns, they getting all this kind of stuff because people don't want to take things from the car to the house.
Like, I mean, it's just I used to leave my like money in the car in my good department, but in the middle console.
Yeah,
Just okay, I don't want to. If I'm rushing, at least it be in my car.
'cause that's the
I'm
first
so
place that they
happy I
gonna
have
look.
not done that in a while, and I won't do it no more.
Not ever. And then, they be on the news, "Oh, they took all of this, they took that." And I'm over here thinking, "Why are you going home to your midtown, downtown apartment where everybody is getting their car broken into?" I don't know, for some reason, everybody think that they're invincible until it happens.
I was just saying, people think, well, it's never gonna happen to me,
That's
but
it. But it happened
I
too
said the same thing, y'all, and it happened to me. This is the second time.
and it's like, why would you leave something so expensive like a Mac in your vehicle overnight when you at home?
Right.
And why would you keep it with you when you go to the club downtown too?
I guess people really don't think about that. Just like a lot of people use their garage as storage space. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? A lot of people don't even use their garage for their cars. So people do different things for different reasons. And, the reasons why those, robbers are out there is because people are not smart enough to not do that.
Well, you know what? It's happening more often now because I have a Ring doorbell camera, and if you guys have one, or people out there have one, whatever goes on in the area, they can upload it, and you can see everything that goes on in the area, the video. So it's so many people houses that are getting like doors being shaked, like just by strangers, cars getting broken into. So it's happening so often, more often than people know. So please lock your cars. Don't leave anything of value in your car. Like if it's gonna hurt your bank, don't leave it in the car. That's all I can say. And make sure you lock your door behind you. Cause child, thank God they had nothing of value in my car. I mean, I got something of value, but it could be took and I'll be okay. But they ain't take my license and my wallet or nothing like that. So, but just know God is watching you, sir. Whoever did it, God is watching you.
Right. All right. So Jennifer, get us started with our social commentary topic. We got 60 minutes left.
Okay, I would like to give God the glory for helping me find something. As you can see, I was looking literally the whole show, and I finally found something. So I want y'all to hear this really quickly. I'm just gonna put my cellular phone device to the microphone. Not mine though. Right, here we go.
Black women are not meant to be married and fully committed relationships. Black women were breeders in slavery days. And history repeats itself. That's all they are. They are breeders. Tell me I'm wrong. You're wrong.
That was on TikTok. So what I wanted to talk about was the amount of people that refer to themselves as alpha males, okay? And they're basically diminishing women to just be someone that's supposed to have sex with them and take care of the house and the kids that we create. That's it. Some women are falling for this, wanting to be subservient to that man. I guess if that's the only kind of man that we have out there. I guess maybe not realizing how toxic a relationship like that could be.
Right.
And all I can say is this is why these men that are speaking this way, and there's a whole lot. I mean, I enjoy TikTok. You'll start to see all the alpha male stuff coming up, and a lot of people are talking about it these days. This is why they're not married.
Personally, I believe that any woman or man for that matter who would be in a relationship with someone who has that mindset really doesn't know what their worth is, or they just don't care, one or the other. But I want to be respected in my relationship, so I need to be seen as equal with you. Even with a man and a woman, you're equals. You're both human beings. We're both in this thing together. But to have, I mean, of course, there are gender roles that go along with that, but at the end of the day, you're both still equal. So I'm not going to let a man say to me that, oh, you're supposed to just clean the house and, take care of
Lay
my
down.
take care of my laundry and cook and clean and all that good stuff. No, that's not me. I mean, I will definitely do those things, but that's not all I'm here for. I'm not here to wait on you hand and foot, sir. Okay, that's not my purpose in life. My purpose in life is to do what God put me on this earth to do and not to just please you. Of course, I'm going to please, I'm going to do what I'm supposed to do. But, let's not get out of hand with this. So I understand why some men have those thoughts, and that pretty much comes from a line of other men who have those same thoughts. So to me, it's just I a lot of times you don't see those men in relationships, and they wonder why.
Yeah, Tyrone says that alpha males, excuse me, die alone. Um,
Agreed.
when you are in a space where you can't see your partner as an equal, first of all, I don't even know why you want to get married to somebody that is lesser than you, unless
Right.
you feel like you need to be above somebody all the time. And once again, that's a relationship that I cannot see being prosperous. Now, some women are okay with being put in that placement, and I guess that's okay, but you gotta think about how women eventually snap and lose it when they realize they have no identity. When all
Exactly.
they become 'cause and I say this is for women or the more, or people that have more effeminate spirits. All they become is the mother, the cleaner, the housekeeper, the bill payer, all this, the cook, all of that. But they never have their own thing. They're never able to have their own business, their own job, things that serve them, things that serve me. And as far as men, like I heard one thing, some dude say that if I can't have sex with my girlfriend anytime I want to have, as soon as I want to have it, we're breaking up. And this is what he's talking about with a girlfriend. What he gonna do when he get married and no girl say, "Not tonight, sis."
Right. And chances are that man was probably single too.
I know
It's
he's single because he didn't say my girlfriend. No, he said if I had a girlfriend, she gonna have
it,
sex with me. Like it's like at this point we're talking about a bunch of high schoolers, a bunch of middle schoolers. You know what I'm saying?
right. And then, like, if you're a woman and you get into that situation, unless you have kids with this alpha man and you have a daughter and she's seeing you act the way that you act with your alpha man,
The
and that's
worst.
what she's going to expect from a man. And so when she does meet a man who is going to be nicer, who's going to be a decent man, she might not react in the way that she should because she's like, well, this is not what I expected. I expected you to be on me to do this or, tell me to do that.
But
Before you go, Mike, let me just quickly put on here. Tyrone says you have to be a lone wolf to be a real alpha male.
oh, means to be alone. Okay.
Yeah, it does mean to be a lone wolf, which is why once again they're all single. Go ahead, Mike.
I I was gonna say when we came up with this topic, I said I can probably understand where he's coming from, but how he explained it was horrible. I think that I don't think to be an alpha male, or you have to maybe pick the right alpha male. Because I think there's a lot of alpha males who still gives their lady or their other partner, they're still an individual, not just
Yes.
someone who just lay down and have babies or just have sex whenever I want it. I think you have to find the right alpha male. But also, I think it also starts at home when you're coming up with your parents, because a lot of parents teach their daughters to find a man who will take care of home, and that's really all they tell them.
And that's it.
That's
not
it.
Not be loyal to you. Not be
find a
faithful.
man. Yeah, not to be loyal, be faithful, and then the leading by example. That's all they do. That's all their daughters see. So the daughter don't think that's what a man is. A real man is until they go out and really find out he's a loser. But
Loser.
yes, but I think my stepdad's an alpha male who doesn't mind. He does believe that a woman should be home and not work, but he doesn't allow my mom. That's her decision if she wants to do that. She still is an individual. So he's an alpha male. He takes care of home,
Yes.
but he also makes sure that she has a say so in everything also. And this is what I think my mom is good at. I think she's good at being the neck, and my stepdad is the head. He makes the decisions, but really she just steers in the right direction. So
That is literally what I've seen all my life from my mommy and daddy. Like,
yes.
yeah, daddy be.
My sister can walk out the room. My mom be like, but she didn't say anything. I get to an argument with him, but she knows what she got to do.
But see, that's being smart and picking and choosing your battles.
Right.
You got to do it the right way, because if we're fighting about everything, all we're gonna do is fight.
It's gonna end up in divorce. But yeah, I think you have to find the right alpha male, because I think yes, a man should be the person who, take care of home. Not saying pay out the bills, but I should depend on my man to. If I got a question or I need something, I just depend on him. But also, I think he should depend on her there's so many damn people.
Both ways.
Yeah,
Let me
both
tell
ways.
you something. Let me tell you something.
I'm sorry. I try to keep it like non-sexual, but it's
Well, the way that I like to explain it is people that have male energy and people that have more of the female energy.
Okay, that's good.
So, like, okay. So I truly feel that a true alpha male, in my opinion, is someone that is, just like you said, Mike, taking care of business, but is also smart enough to make sure that the person that they're with have their own thing as well. Like I said, you don't want to be standing around trying to find out who you are, because all you know of yourself is to be the follower of this man.
Right.
Or this woman that has this masculine energy. That's not a good thing. You always need to find yourself. If you can find yourself, you can let people know, or let your partner know who you are, so they know how to treat you. And when you know who you are, you're able to know how to make yourself happy, and you're not drawing from that other person all the time to try to bring happiness and joy to your life, and then you just be annoying. Hold on, let's see what Tyrone said just now. He got the pet gives you the title alpha based on the value you bring to the table. Amen. Meaning you have the skills and resources to pick up everyone else's slack, lead by example, etc. And you are so right.
Yes.
The problem, I do believe, okay, what is he saying?
This is the dominant trend of an alpha man.
Absolutely. But where people on social media is taking it, or like these podcasts and stuff like that, they're turning it into making the more effeminate partner be less than. And just like you heard that man in that clip say,
he is crazy.
Women are just breeders.
That makes no sense.
That's why you'll never have a woman. What's the point? What would be the point of having a woman if all she was to you is somebody that knew how to make a baby?
Or maybe, maybe he's talking about
or maybe he just likes men.
Oh God.
Child, you just never know.
Maybe he's talking about what's that singer name with the 11th baby on the way? Kiki Wyatt.
Kiki Wyatt. Let me tell you something. She just has a gift, and she's fertile, baby. And that hoo-ha is still working very well.
Oh my God, why?
She is the definition of the word fertile. Okay.
Fertile. And there's nothing wrong with it, because there's some women that just likes that. But then again, not only is she having babies, but these children are being taken care of. We've never heard anything wrong, anything horrible going on with her children. And also, she has her thing that she does that makes her happy, which is singing.
I would say this: if you can afford it, by all means have them. Because if I got to pay that $1 more of my taxes to take care of your children, then I'm fine with it. Okay.
Yes, because we never heard of her have the food stamps or anything like that. She is doing right by her children.
I applaud her new husband
Okay.
Because a lot of men will see you got. I think he came around. She had 8 kids. I think.
No,
8 kids.
he came around when she had. Wait, no, you're no.
A
It
9.
I
was
think
9.
I think with her last husband, she had 10 kids. Not like 10 kids with him, but when she had her last husband, she had 10 kids already, I think.
I
She
don't
had her
think so
10
because she got pregnant again,
No,
like
she
around
already
the
had baby
time.
like 2 years ago.
Yeah,
Okay.
he got with her at 9, so that was
So
10 and 11.
so now this is the 11th
Now
one. But he had a
Wow.
shirt on saying last one. So maybe she about to take it out.
that's the last one to lie. Who
But
knows?
we know what she do. We know she loves sex. I know that.
Gotta have it.
She gets it in.
And one thing I heard, apparently the pullout game is incredibly weak. The Hoo Ha's doing something right because nothing's happening. Anyway,
The
Charles
energy
is out.
attracts weaker people, and that makes the dominant man feel like a higher level than any and everyone else. Now, I do believe that. I
I agree.
do believe that. I ain't not clear what I was gonna say, but might
Yes.
stir up something.
To be honest, I feel like there are a lot of alpha men out there. It's just that, in my opinion, a real alpha man does not have to beat his chest all the time to try to show that he
No.
is one.
Right.
And for any woman that gets with somebody that calls themselves an alpha man, is like, girl, you don't have one. You have a little boy that believes that you just need to serve him like his mama did.
I don't know if this was last week's show. Cause we come on every week Thursday at 9:30, you guys. But but I know that somebody in the cast said when you're doing something right, you don't have to tell nobody. They're gonna see it. So when you take care of home, you get a beat yourself and say, "I take care of home. This is my house." We know it. We can feel it. You see it.
Right.
So men and women, when you're doing the right thing, you ain't got to tell nobody that you're doing the right thing because we know you're doing the right thing.
Yeah, and when you have a masculine, okay, no matter what kind of relationship it is, whether it be gay, lesbian, or whatever, when you have an arrangement that's more of a masculine energy and a
And
feminine
effeminate.
energy, there's always going to be that masculine energy showing its strength, but also the feminine energy showing its strength as well, as far
Correct.
as being a caregiver, somebody that's going to help you when that masculine man is sick, or or vice versa. But I still continue to see, yes, that man is the leader. And you know what? Let me just speak for my house. Yes, that man is the leader, Tyrone D. McCullum. Okay. But he also has me beside him, not behind him.
Oh,
Huh?
Yeah. That's what
turn to
it
your
is.
neighbor.
Yeah.
That's the difference. You know what? I think that is the difference. An alpha man, one of these children that are trying to look for mothers, would have their woman behind them, making them insignificant in life. And God, I pray for the woman that that has to go through that, and
Right.
her psyche, her mental stability. But a true alpha man know what it is to have a woman or the feminine energy standing beside that masculine energy, versus trying to diminish what's going on over here.
Yalla, yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can't. Shut up. We can't do that. We can't do that. It's not going to be healthy like that. Yeah, that's
But why are we still single, Jonathan? I think we both would be like, we would love an alpha male to stand right beside.
but
Absolutely, Mike.
But where he at?
Child, that's what I want to know. Where are you at? Just like Jennifer Hudson said.
Where are
But
you at?
wait, hold on.
Yes, but what I wanted to say really quickly before we close, the best way that I can compare this between an alpha man and a good man is the difference between the words confidence and arrogance. You know, arrogance is
Yes.
really loud. Arrogance is really out there. Arrogance is really showy. Arrogance is really the number one. But confidence,
Insecure.
yes, confidence seems to be more quiet. Confidence is what it is. It is confidence. I know who I am.
My
I
work
don't
will
have to
show what I
show
do,
others
okay?
who it is. When I come into the area, when I walk into the room, they're going to
You
see
know it.
who I am.
I
But
can
you know,
feel it.
for those who are alpha men, they have to shout to the world, "I'm this alpha man," and you know,
I'm the
I'm
one.
undefeated, and you know what? No, we
Weak.
don't want that. We don't want none of that. We just want a cool, confident man. At least that's I like quiet confidence. That's what attracts me.
I like a man who can handle me. All of me. Let me
Okay.
be the neck
But
and you be
we
the
want to
head.
thank you guys for joining us again. Make sure you guys subscribe to my channel. Be sure to leave us a comment. Click that like button, click that thumbs up button, and also press that notification bell so you're notified every time I post a new video. Please, please, please subscribe. We're trying to get our numbers up, y'all. Mike, give us your social media platforms.
My social media platform is Instagram and on Twitter, Mr. Real 121. That's MRREAL 121. And if you're an alpha male who is quiet and don't have to spread their wings or make everybody know that they about it, come in my inbox, child. Every week I do that and get nobody hit me up.
And
Sure,
let me ask you, Mike, is that also your TikTok?
It is my TikTok also. My TikTok is also
I'm
Mr. Real
following now.
121. Do you see? Yes. And I am active on TikTok. I post maybe one time a week. And if you're lucky, maybe you can join a video or two with me.
I'm gonna send you these crazy videos that I've been seeing with these alpha males. All right. My name
I
is
just seen it.
So, my name is Jennifer Starr McCullum. You can find me on Facebook with that name, Jennifer Starr McCullum. And this is my Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. It is JStarBright. Follow me. I don't post as often, but I certainly support. Believe me, I pass out the likes.
All right. And then if you'd like to follow me on Instagram, my Instagram handle is JoJo_3020. You can also find me on Facebook, Jonathan Lee. Just type that in the search bar. My page should come right on up. And also, if you want to reach out to me in any other way, such as email, my email is williamjonathanlee@gmail.com. So hit me up and give me
And
whatever
he's
you.
single, you guys. He's very single and ready to mingle.
Yes,
Oh,
I
you're
am
ready, all right.
very single. So anyways, we cannot wait to see you guys next week, same time, same place, same beautiful faces. So good night, y'all. Bye y'all.
Bye. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.